high in the remote reaches of the Tibetan Plateau, where the air thins into a whisper and the land rises into a world of ice, silence, and piercing blue sky, stands a mountain unlike any other on earth. A mountain worshipped by 4 religions, encircled by legends older than recorded history, and feared by climbers who believe stepping on its slopes is an affront to the divine. This is Mount Kailash, perfect pyramid of black rock capped with eternal snow, a place millions call the center of the universe, the axis of the world, the very point where heaven touches the earth. And for centuries, pilgrims, scholars, mystics, and explorers have asked the same question. What makes this mountain so sacred, so mysterious, so untouchable that no one has ever reached its summit? Winds whip across the plains, carrying dust, prayers, and the distant sound of yak bells. Travelers who approach Kailash often say that the mountain doesn't just it appears. One moment, the landscape is empty and endless. The next, the dark, 4-sided monolith stands like a cosmic monument, sculpted with unnatural precision. Its ridges form almost straight lines. Its slopes fall with uncanny symmetry, and its summit glows gold at sunrise, as if lit from within. For pilgrims, this is not mere geology. It is divinity carved into the earth. For geologists, the mountain is a puzzle. It's shaped perfect, its isolation too strange, its energy unlike any other peak in the Himalayas. Some speak of magnetic anomalies, others of ancient tectonic quirks. Hindus believe Mount Kailash is the home of Lord Shiva, where he sits in eternal meditation, his mind dancing between destruction and creation. Buddhists call it Kangren Pushta, precious snow mountain, believing it to be the abode of Demchok, the deity of supreme bliss. Jains revere it as the site where their first spiritual teacher attained liberation, and followers of Bon, Tibet's ancient pre-Buddhist tradition, see it as the center of all spiritual power on earth. For great rivers Indus, Sutlej, and Karnali originate from the surrounding region, as if her veins flow from the heart of the world. 2 followers, this cannot be coincidence. It is cosmic design. Every year, thousands attempt to Kora, the sacred 52-kilometer circumambulation. Around the mountain, they walk through icy passes, across wind-swept valleys, and over terrain that tests the body and spirit. Some crawl, some prostrate their bodies. After every few steps, a journey that can take weeks. 13 koras bring spiritual perfection. 108 grant enlightenment itself. But no legend speaks of climbing the mountain. In fact, climbing Kailash is forbidden spiritually, culturally, and even politically. The mountain is a sacred center, a cosmic pillar. To stand upon its peak would be to disturb the balance of the universe. Yet explorers have always been drawn to the forbidden. In 1926, the famed mountaineer Hugh Rutledge attempted to approach Kailash with the idea of climbing it, but once he reached the base, he felt a strange, overpowering sense of reverence. He abandoned the idea without taking a single step upward. Reinhold Messner, perhaps the greatest climber of all time, studied the mountain from afar and concluded that attempting its summit would be both impossible and sacrilegious. He wrote that the mountain was more a message than a climb. Even the Chinese government, which governs the region, has honored Tibetan wishes by banning climbing expeditions. Some point to the mountain's symmetrical shape and claim it resembles a vast human-made pyramid. They argue that in the deep past, perhaps, before recorded history, advanced civilizations could have carved or shaped the mountain as a map of the heavens, a monument to cosmic alignment. Proponents of this idea note that the mountain has 4 faces align almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions, a rare natural occurrence. Others point to ancient Sanskrit texts, like the Vedas and Puranas, which describe Kailash as a cosmic axis, a bridge between realms, a gateway to higher dimensions. Travelers often report strange dreams, heightened intuition, or unexplainable calm. Scientists who visit the region sometimes describe the geomagnetic field around Kailash, unusually intense, though research remains scarce due to its remoteness and sacred status. For pilgrims, these anomalies aren't mysteries. They are signs of the mountain's living presence. They believe Kailash radiates spiritual energy, lifting consciousness and clearing the mind. A feeling echoed by countless travelers who say they arrived weary and left transformed. And then there are the tales that border on the fantastic. Tibetan monks whisper of the mountain being hollow an entrance to the mythical hidden kingdom of enlightenment. In the 20th century, several Russian explorers visited Kailash and claimed the mountain was part of a network of power points around the globe, connected by invisible energy lines. One even said the air around Kailash felt charged, as if the atmosphere carried memory. Whether these are exaggerations, misinterpretations, or glimpses of something truly extraordinary remains unknown. Yet the mystery of Mount Kailash is not just in its legends, it is in its untouched summit. The fact that no human has ever stood atop the peak makes it one of the last pure, unviolated places on Earth. In a world where even the highest mountain, Everest, is littered with tents, trash, and crowds, Kailash remains pristine. Its slopes are silent, its peak untouched, its presence unchallenged. And perhaps that is the true power of Kailash, not the legends, not the spiritual rewards, not the theories or the fears, but the fact that it stands untouched, its secrets still its own. It is a mountain, yes, but also a symbol, a myth, a challenge, and a promise. What if some mysteries are sacred because they refuse to be anything else?